Hello friends, how are you? Vladimir here. This is the Daily Forecast, 17th of February 2015. Well, not much is happening in the market right now simply because yesterday, the finish of the day, right? The second part of the day and the finish was holiday in USA, and the banks in the USA, so the market was closed. Volatility was very, very, very low on the Forex market, and well, not much happened since then. But there are still several things on the list, and let's quickly cover them. First one is Mr. Dollar Yen, which I believe will be interesting because if I read the chart correct at this stage, right now we have here the gap zone from the beginning of the week. If we manage to go above it, that's what it could do. As it was bend to bend, I can cover that again to the top of the Bollinger Bands, but I think from there, or from current place, or from here, we should start to see one more bottom. Why? Because this way it would be ideal setup forming if we manage to get this low and recreate this kind of divergence right on a trend line, and with the hidden divergence that already forming, then we can simply long right from here with minimum risk and enjoy this potential rally to come right after that. So the way I would be looking to trade this short until then is actually whenever we get this trend line broken. If we get this trend line broken and we're protecting the last high, we can try the short towards the line I have mentioned before. If that's not about to happen, then I don't think it's really clever to long right now, because then we will probably start to create some kind of range or pattern here before the next direction take place. So the only way I would be looking to trade this one would be to the bearish side. Another pair on the list, very, very hot list, is the New Zealandian dollar, which I believe should make one more push, bit more, to complete the divergence right here. It starts to form to complete the double wave move to the upside as a correction to the higher time frames, the daily and the weekly. Daily chart already has a bearish hidden divergence, right? So basically, that's pretty cool. That could be very, very cool setup to the bearish side. The way to join, so if we get this one last push, is to drop down to lower time frames, and here, when it makes this move, confirm a sell by false break or another very good setup for a divergence which is forming right here. So one more push to this place or even a bit higher, a false break which could be like high, down move, fake high, retrace inside, and then that would be our false break, and then we can jump in for a sell. And then what I'll be looking to do is start aiming first of all to take profits on the gap from the beginning of the week, and after that I think it's we can start to look for well, deeper targets like here, this zone, and after that we can even start to dream about the last important low right here. So basically I start to be very, very short in my mind, and just now looking for the ideal setup. That's pretty much all. Aussie Kiwi, which I've been talking about on the weekly forecast as well, I wanted to make, well, hopefully one last push to around 103.20, 103 or so. It could be with a false break as well, it could be with the break of the trend line we have. Whatever comes, we could start to look for buy opportunities. Ideally, one more last push down from here, false break or divergence, one more low, and we can long it and aim easily the daily 20 MA or even higher. Another one on the list is the pound dollar. Pound dollar is starting to set very interesting thing. What I wanted to do basically is completing this ABCD. If it managed to do so from this trend line and comparing these two bottoms, we can look that there might be a bullish divergence forming, and right from there, from this zone, I would be starting to look for buy opportunity, starting from here down to the monster support. From here, I think it's clever to start look for buy opportunities. Okay, because if it managed to do that, this kind of correction, the next target should be much higher for the pound dollar, few hundred points higher. So basically that's why I prefer this kind of setup. An alternative would be if it doesn't do that and simply starts to move inside kind of a flat move here, flag or triangle to be created, and then break above would take us to the upside. That's about the pound dollar. Euro pound, also very interesting from my point of view. It tries to do the bottoms, but it really has hard time. So if it managed to go above the trend line and resistance right here, we can try longs towards the opposite band of the Bollinger Bands, as we have already have 20 candles right on the Bollingers without being in the middle zone. So the pressure on the upside is very massive. And dollar Canadian also looks bearish to me and goes well so far following our plan, right? So while we remain below the resistance, I think it's time to look for possible sell opportunities. It looks good, goes well, and I think we are going down. And remember the final destination. First of all, the opposite, the lower Bollinger Bands on a daily chart, then the 122, 121 zone. It should be really nice opportunity. One more pair that I follow on the list is the pound yen. If it managed to do what I expect from the pound dollar, it would be ideally one more correction down to around 180, bit more, bit less, that's completely okay, and then we can start talking about the next long taking place. I wanted to drop around 180. It could be 180.50, it could be 179.50. That's okay as for bottoms. Okay, and there I will want to divergence, bullish divergence to complete. We can confirm it by lower time frames, of course, here if it managed to give us this divergence, and we'll be looking to long it at least to the last high. So that's basically all. That's the main opportunities I can find as for today. Remember, the volume is slowly returning to the market, so we can see some zigzags before the next move takes place. So thank you for watching. I wish you a great day, good trading, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yours, Vladimir.